Well, my next two guests are concerned that any type of shutdown, even the talk of it, would come at an unwelcome point for a lot of small businesses who desperately need and want capital. Congressman Dan Meuser joins us, the Pennsylvania Republican. We've also got Kevin O'Leary with us, of course, the Shark Tank investor. Kevin, you're part of this because you're concerned about small business in particular. Now we're on the verge of what could be a shutdown. That's not a welcome development.
Not at all. I mean, we had the hearings today, very fruitful, very productive, but the equation's very simple. Small businesses in America is defined by companies between 5 and 500 employees. Well, they create 60% of the jobs in America. That is the economy right there. You don't want them having a hard time getting capital or having the government shut down. That's a really bad outcome.
Congressman, how likely is it we'll see that?
Yeah, hey, Neil. We were very fortunate today, of course, to have Mr. Wonderful Kevin O'Neill here with us for the hearing. Brought a lot of attention to our Small Business Committee, which is just so important to our economy, of course. But regarding the question on the budget, look, I think it is we are going to pass a short-term CR today. Frankly, right now, I'm undecided because if we're going to kick the can down the road, I want to make sure that we're kicking it somewhere, that we're getting what we need. We need some more fiscal responsibility, and we need some border security measures.
You know, Kevin, if I could go back to your Canadian roots. Prime Minister Trudeau has been very critical about the prospect this country could be on the verge of returning Donald Trump to power. He said that Trump is an isolationist. We've heard Christine Lagarde saying much the same of the European Central Bank, other leaders abroad who fear that prospect and say it would send the world backward. What do you think of that?
Well, I say these words with no disrespect. Canada, and I'm an investor, I look at it from that perspective. I'm a Canadian citizen, I'm an Irish citizen, I'm an Emirati citizen. Canada has one of the best natural resource bases on Earth. It's one of the richest countries on Earth from a natural resource basis. It's managed by idiots. Trudeau is the worst prime minister ever put in power. Very successful politician, no executional skills. Hopefully, we will thank him for his service within the next 18 months. It's so important to Canada that he move on. And I mean no disrespect, but full disrespect. Very successful politician, sure. Incredibly weak manager.
So you argue he has not taken advantage of those resources. That's what that comes down to, right?
Oh, it's much worse than that. Okay. I wouldn't let him manage a candy store.
All right, I'll put you down as a maybe on the Prime Minister for the time being. So, Congressman, let me get your take on the state of Congress right now. And of course, we just passed the $34 trillion in total debt level here. It seems to go out of control no matter which party is in power, the White House or Congress. And it seems like an uncontrollable train wreck. Do you agree?
Well, look, during COVID, during the Trump administration, COVID came in, the economy lost almost $3.5 trillion, $4 trillion. We did the CARES packages and such and added $4 trillion in new spending and new debt, guilty as charged. But when the Biden administration came in and thought it was a wonderful idea to add $6 trillion at a time we were in recovery, that caused inflation, it caused interest rates, as well as an attack on domestic energy, causing all kinds of disruptions within the economy. So we need fiscal sanity. There's no question. I'm not passing the blame completely onto the Democrats, but at least we're talking about cutting spending. They're talking about increasing spending. If it weren't for the Republican majority right now, they would have spent another $1 trillion. So that needs to stop. We have to get very serious about economic growth and being competitive. We've got to reinstitute the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. We need to stop these burdensome regulations. We need to be energy independent, in fact, energy dominant. We got to get serious. If we make our economy strong, then the country's strong and the world is stronger for it.
Kevin, real quickly on the state of the United States finances right now. The markets seem to be overcoming a lot of these fears, and I know you've reminded people markets do tend to climb a wall of worry, but the worries are piling up. What do you think?
Yeah, there are concerns, but I think what we discussed today is very important for the economy. Number one, Basel III, bad policy. That would hurt not only money center banks, make us less competitive globally, but also would trickle down to regional banks. So that's a very bad piece of paper, and I voiced my opinion on it, and so did others. And also, I'm concerned about the uncertainty at the regional bank level right now around payroll. capital expenditure, financing receivables, because we don't have solid policy or the rules yet, they tend to close up like a clam. That's what's happened. So the loan books are very dry. And we had evidence put out today to the committee from small businesses that just do not have access to capital. That's bad because they create 6 out of 10 jobs. Let's not forget that.
Kevin, final word. Congressman, great seeing you again. Thank you both. I appreciate it.